Thank you, Mr. Nair and AMA, to invite me to join this particular function. As I told Mr. Nair, it is always a great pleasure to join any AMS program. It's Dr. Paresh Bhai knows very well. I can tell Dr. Paresh Bhai because we are working together. We are like colleagues and friends. So it's a great pleasure, and of course, I would say privilege also to join this function to book release and a talk on the book of the title called Barbarism to Social Entrepreneurship, authored by two very prominent personalities, Dr. Paresh Karya and Dr. Sanjay Bhayani. As I said, Dr. Paresh Bhai, we know each other since long, but it was great to meet Dr. Sanjay Bhayani also on a virtual forum. Now, look, both the authors are going to talk about it. So it is none of my business to talk much about it, but it's so interesting. When I went through the book quickly, I am the man of projects and IPR and entrepreneurship also. I'm very closely associated with Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India. But here is a book which talks about and covers the entire canvas from barbarism to social entrepreneurship, feudalism. And the book has been mentioned also in a dialogue kind of manner. It's a conversational tone. Okay. Particularly social entrepreneurship, as we all know, has been the talk, has been the buzzword in a way of late. And why not? We are all, business is a part of the society. So how can both be separated? Business has a responsibility towards society, and society has a responsibility towards the business. And that is all social enterprise is all about. That is my limited knowledge I am saying. Okay. A trusteeship, which has been mentioned very well in this book. In fact, the book has a separate chapter on the concept of Mahatma Gandhi's trusteeship concept. Okay. So trusteeship, for example, responsible business. Now, these are the order of the day. And of course, we talk about corporate social responsibility, but we talk more about a kind of compulsion, a mandatory requirement, 2%, 3%, 4% of the profit to be given to. But what we are talking about here is a social entrepreneurship, so much necessary, and trying to relate with the current times and the times to come. I'm sure, as has been said, this book will be very, very useful to a vast fraternity of the people in the various domains. And in the era of digitalism, workism, hard printed books are not going to go away. Just like newspapers, we cannot go away. Books are going to be there, my dear friends. And we will be looking forward to such kind of books to be with us. So I compliment both of the authors to come out with such a nice book. And of course, I also compliment Ahmedabad Management Association to come out with this kind of book and organize such a nice release function also. Of course, this book, let me tell you, this book will be available with the Ahmedabad Management Association bookshelf also. Ahmedabad Management is a very good library and bookshelf, and Ahmedabad Management Association will be offering 10% discount on the price of the book also. So people can very well take advantage, come to AMA, pick up the book also. Let me start by introducing Dr. Paresh Karya, or in my words, Dr. Paresh Bhai, a director of Asian Institute of Quality India, a graduation in mechanical engineering, an MBA, doctorate in service business, and a Six Sigma belt, research referee, chartered engineer, and approved valuer. Wow, master of all. And each of these I can understand. I can very well relate, because the way he has been working in the diversified domain over a period of time. Dr. Paresh Karya has more than 30 years of extensive experience in handling various business divisions, P&L of MNCs, quality, human resource, environment, health, safety, CRM, communication, product management, and of course, M&A, as we know very well. He has a keen interest in understanding business dynamics, business development, and providing support to the business community at large. He has trained more than 32,000 business senior executives in the business, my dear friend. and he has been a coach and a mentor to more than 2,500 business leaders. Look, numbers are important, but here it is not only number. It is the diversified field Dr. Paresh Karia has been working in. Presently, Dr. Paresh Karia is a chairman of the program committee of Ahmedabad Management Association and also member of governing council. We are working together in the governing council of AMA. Welcome, Dr. Paresh Karia, and once again compliments.
Thank you, Padmin Bhai.
Yeah, Professor Dr. Sanjay Bhayani, again a learned personality, again a person who has been doing a tremendous work in the field of management and academics. Dr. Sanjay Bhayani is a dean, professor, and head at the Department of Business Management, which is called MBA program of the Saurashtra University, Rajkot. He is a scholar. He is a gold medalist in the graduation and post-graduation, that is BCom and MCom level. He also is PhD and participated in faculty development program from the reputed and esteemed IIMA, just opposite our own AMA, Indian Institute of Management of Ahmedabad. He has been in academics for more than 25 years by now, and he has published around 140 empirical research-based papers, which have been published in reputed national and international journals. He has published 7 books by now and has authored several cases. His current teaching and research interests include corporate governance and corporate disclosure, capital market, behavioral finance, and of course, control. So again, we have a personality, author, a co-author of the book who has a diversified field with a focus on management and corporate and an academician of excellence. So I have a great pleasure to introduce both of the authors and of course the speakers. As a next stage, this book will be launched formally and what we call virtual launch or an e-book launch. And then Dr. Paresh Karia and Dr. Sanjay Bhayani will take over. They will talk about what they talk about the book, what they experience, and what according to them are the key points, highlights of the book. Towards the end of the session, we'll have a brief question answer. That is the format we decided. As a whole, it will be an about 1 hour program. Okay, right. So may I request the permission of AMA, Dr. Paresh Karia and Dr. Sanjay Bhayani to please release the book authored by them, and a great pleasure to join you all also. Yeah.
So thank you, Padmin Bhai. And
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Formally, we released the book.
Yeah.
And it's my pleasure to release the book at AMA platform, right? Padmin Bhai, it's my honor.
A great pleasure, and once again compliment to both of you. And now the stage is yours, both of yours. Thank you so much, and thank you to the participants. Be with us. Thank you. I would just like to add that number of participants are already here, but number of participants are also on the YouTube. This program is being streamed live on the YouTube, and there are so many participants are always on the YouTube watching this. Okay, thank you so much. Dr. Paresh Bhai, you can take over, please.
Thank you, Padmin Bhai. Thank you, Radhika. Thank you, entire AMA team. And thank you all the participants online right now and on YouTube. See, before I start presenting the insight of the book, let me share with you, AMA is my favorite place. And it's a place where I get a lot of enlightenment and tons of knowledge, right? And if you ask me in a simple word, AMA, very dear, happening place, various activities, training programs, seminars, conferences, you name it, you have it, right? And keep in touch with the AMA website to get enlightened and tons of knowledge, because this is what is a special feature of AMA and launching the book here, right? Now I'm just sharing the slides, just give me a minute. So thank you, and thank you to Dr. Sanjay Bhai, partnering with me for this wonderful book. And I will just walk you through the journey that how this book, evolved and converted into a final, the dream and very useful book, right? See, with this formal book release, our prayer to our parents and Almighty God for giving both of us energy, time, and inspiration. And our thank you notes to many of you has really helped us directly and indirectly. So, with this gratitude, I will tell you this book is available. Padmin Bhai already told, and I give one more special discount on behalf of Padmin Bhai and AMA that whosoever is attending today, they will get 25% discount by 31st December. Okay. It's a wonderful book. And now I'm going to share my journey, my and Sanjay Bhai's journey. First and foremost, the idea of the book. Precisely somewhere in August 2019, I was at AMA and generally I meet KK Nair sir and we spend time and we take a black coffee there. So during my coffee interaction with KK Nair, he talked about social entrepreneurship. And I really, liked it. I said, this is a stuff I must go into detail, right? And that time we launched the doctoral research book, me and Sanjay Bhai, and I was asking him that I want to go for one more book. So my thank you note to KK Nair sir, giving us the roadmap that this is the area, you must write something. So my thank you note to Nair sir. After that, I connected with Dr. Sanjay and we had a good time, to, dwell upon how to take this topic, convert into useful book, right? And what helped both of us is our thirst for knowledge and research mindset. Because by heart and by mind, we both are researcher, right? So what happened that we started, readings and, doing some informal interviews, watching a lot of research articles on social entrepreneurship, lot of secondary data, and we found a lot of things to explore in this area, right? And one of the important book I wanted to mention with this book is The Rise of Social Entrepreneur by Charles. This book has really gave me a good path to construct the right matter in this particular book. And this book, basically the concept of social entrepreneurship came in limelight in 2000 after the publication of this book, The Rise of Social Entrepreneur by Charles. And today, use of internet and new technology has given momentum to this topic, but very, very useful area. And what we did is we continued our journey asking questions before writing the book: what, when, where, which, why, how. Show me the evidence that this is working, And finally, we came to a final brainstorming, me and Dr. Sanjay, that is this book really necessary? Is it important to invest time and, give it to the society? But answer was affirmative. Many times we had a debate, but finally we decided, yes, there is a need for this book. And what happened that we got the purpose. If you ask me, I always say that purpose and direction is very important. See, your courage and effort is well taken care because you have a courage and effort. That's why you are thinking, right? But we got purpose and direction. And the purpose of this particular book, I would like to share with you that those who have dreamed to become social entrepreneur will be immensely benefited by theory and cases related to social entrepreneurship in this book. Even this book is useful to corporate leaders of private and public sector. They will also get benefited by CSR, responsible business and sustainable business. There is a chapter. Even award-winning CSR and sustainable business cases are given as a part of the book. Even Government of India's Responsible Business Guideline 2019 is also included, and this will be useful whosoever is interested in knowing full details of government order. So there is a purpose, there is a direction. I'm sure this book will benefit, enlighten. If you ask me the domains of this book, there is a lot of deep study behind it. And I will tell you the title, because a lot of people ask me the question that how come the title Barbarism to Social Entrepreneurship? But I would like to say thank you to Sanjay Bhai. He really motivated me to, go for this title. And what happened, we started, reading right from barbarism to feudalism to capitalism, and capitalism to socialism, and socialism to communism. And it was quite interesting, right? And then we decided that this is the right title to, show the chronology that how we evolved, and what is, working nowadays tremendously is a social entrepreneurship. During reading, we found that shortcomings of capitalism lead to various modified versions of capitalisms like state capitalism, market capitalism, community capitalism, corporate social responsibility, conscious capitalism, responsible business for sustainability, and finally, social entrepreneurship, right? So power related forms of capitalism has also been crony capitalism and crazy capitalism, which I'll mention in the next slide. What is a crony capitalism and crazy capitalism, right? We also, talked about Karl Marx also. But finally, I wanted to talk today more on social entrepreneurship that has caught the fancy of entrepreneurs and researchers in 21st century. We have described theory as well as few Indian and foreign cases of social entrepreneur. Social entrepreneur enterprises, the profile of award winning. So plenty of things on the social entrepreneurship we have mentioned in the book. If you ask me, social entrepreneurship certainly is not an unfamiliar concept in the Indian market and society. If you ask me, India is a hub of social entrepreneurship and has a long history of doing business for social causes. The business giants like Amul, Arvind Eye Care, Lijjat, right, Sulabh Sauchalay, they are solving social problems for a long time, right? Even recently, you can ask me that inspired by tech giants like Uber or Paytm, they are also solving a lot of problems, right? So this is not unfamiliar, it is very popular, but we wanted to put in the form of purpose and direction. And we found that this book will definitely help and contribute the knowledge, right? This book is written in a very, written in a very simple language. And especially, I will tell you, this is not for expert, but the people who want to really build the fundamental foundation on the social entrepreneurship, this is the right book. It is easy to understand in a dialogue form. Readers will be able to grasp the basics of various economic systems, their strength, weaknesses, and challenges. So this is about the brief about the book, which I was mentioning, that crony capitalism and crazy capitalism is very interesting when you open the book, because this also gives the push to the social entrepreneurship, right? Crony capitalism means this is an economic system in which business thrive on money made through nexus with politicians and bureaucrats. This is achieved through use of the center power or a state power in managing permits, subsidies, grants, tax breaks, etc. And state may exercise monopoly right over natural resources, public goods, and context for public works. But later it converts sometimes in crazy capitalism, means survival of capitalist in a crisis situation by government bailouts from a public exchequer. And this is done in USA in subprime crisis and India during Asian crisis 2008. So crony capitalism is in the government favor to cronies, but crazy capitalism is general bailout to support extended by government to capitalists in general, right? Today, if you are watching a lot of media, USA, they are asking, a lot of support by government to take care because the corona has impacted. This is nothing, is a crazy capitalism. They want to use government exchequer and, protect this particular asset of this big corporates, right? So crony capitalism is in favor of selected favorites, right? But patchy capitalism is going to save, macroeconomy from sustained and prolonged unemployment depressions, right? So this book will give you a lot of enlightenment if you really want to build the foundation in this area and take further, next step. If you ask me on detailed part of the book is written in total 9 chapters. Chapter 1 is pre-capitalism, and chapter 2 capitalism. Chapter 3 is communism. Chapter 4 is socialism and reformed capitalism models, right? Chapter 5 is crony capitalism and crazy capitalism. This, we have done a lot of work here together, right? And I'm sure you will not get this material anywhere. It is a lot of search plus, addition of our wisdom, the addition of interviews, you will really, enjoy reading these chapters. Corporate social responsibility, chapter 6, chapter 7, responsible business and sustainable business. Chapter 8 is Mahatma Gandhiji's trusteeship concept, is nicely written. You can pick the lot of thoughts and ideas. And finally, social entrepreneurship. And, we have added theory and cases and, a lot of attachment for the detailing, right? So this is the chapter plan. If you go into detail of the book, you will find a lot of depth, various theories of social entrepreneurship. We have clarified what is social entrepreneurship and NGO. We have differentiated social entrepreneurship from CSR. Because if you ask me, I am from a corporate, I am a multinational guy. Right now, I am in 17 companies boardroom, right? I have a separate practice on merger and acquisition. So I know that sometimes people mix up social entrepreneurship and CSR. Even there are a lot of social entrepreneurship idea mentioned there, which I will share today. The very important hard work we put in this book is process of selecting the ideas of a social entrepreneurship. And then finally, we put profiles of social entrepreneurship and some of the socio-economic enterprises. In depth, this book, very useful, right? But today I had a discussion with Nair sir that I will speak more on social entrepreneurship, right? So let me enlighten you that, the one of the chapter of the book is social entrepreneurship. I'm sure you are online, you know what is social entrepreneurship. Just to refresh, that social entrepreneurship is a combination of business with a social purpose. The success of social entrepreneurship is measured in terms of its impact on the improvement of the world or a society and or environment. Such enterprises are called socio-economic entities. If you ask me, in social entrepreneurship, the first is service and second is profit. If you ask me, social entrepreneurship is very important because it provides a framework for business to find their own success in the pursuit of helping others. It is a constant source of motivation for employees, and especially in today's context for the next generation Y, which is increasingly nowadays skeptical about traditional corporate work environment. So this book will enlighten you. This book is giving few ideas on a social entrepreneurship like microfinance, crowdfunding, conflict-free fair trade goods. This is a big subject. Banking for cause, alternative green energy for developing world, educational tours, already AMA has started, sustainable affordable technology, employment services, crafting for a cause, health education, water, wealth, happiness for disadvantaged communities. This is very interesting topic. Housing for poor and disadvantaged, support to entrepreneurship development in weak and disadvantaged communities. This is very important idea we have mentioned here. Inclusion is a very important idea to take it forward as a part of social entrepreneurship. Market platform for a creative individuals we can think about as a business and service. Selling for a cause, skill development and employment creation for women, minorities, socially disadvantaged and economically weaker sections. This is an illustrative list, not exhaustive, but I'm sure once you read this book, you will get a good purpose and direction. I can say roadmap to pursue the passion. See, after reading a lot, me and Dr. Sanjay got one catchword, and the catchword for, I can say bottom line of social entrepreneurship is Suvidha. Suvidha means if you have any idea to give the solution to the pain of a society and giving them Suvidha, the journey starts. So I'm just keeping you to park this word Suvidha is a foundation, and then you can run a lot of idea brainstorming. We took further this Suvidha in a discussion before writing. Suvidha can be connected with your business also through product innovation, process innovation, people innovation, business model innovation, service innovation, customer engagement innovation, even sustainable innovation, even nowadays brand innovation, right? So a lot of categories you can connect and come out with a startup or come out with a social enterprise for your passion. Even we mentioned in this book the pain behind the success. See, social entrepreneurship talking damn easy, but once you study these heroes of social entrepreneurship, we must know that what are the pain behind the success, right? And I want to share that uh, when reading a lot of articles and blogs and other books and references, few things I wanted to share with you. Imagine the premature idea killers. You have a good idea for a social cause, right? But people come and kill you. People say not useful, right? And it is a premature idea killers. They have to face it. Even you are born with a conservative Asian family. You can understand what I'm talking, right? These are the area, these are the pain roads they have passed through. Even when they started the journey, they had a social pressures. Social pressures means people would have asked them that you come with this idea, but what is your qualification? What is your related experience, right? Even economic pressures. Who will buy your service or a product? There is no demand. Sulabh Sauchalaya, I remember many years before I was talking on this subject. Even no money for today. How will you run your family with this income? Because this is something small. Even internal environment pressures, like did any of your friend or colleagues take this career pathway, social entrepreneurship? Even risk-taking nature, if you want some help of money or a finance, it is very difficult to justify the risk and return, right? You don't have any 3 to 5 years financial projections because this is the suvidha, right? You are going to work on the pain of a society. So they have to pass through this doubt, and many times this doubt kills the dreams. But these people were in different category. They always give message that I'm good enough, I can continue. I'm good enough, I can continue. And we found that magic after reading and while writing this book. Even we got a point here while writing and reading. This special social entrepreneur, the heroes, this social entrepreneur followed a theory called WIP. WIP means work in progress. They never put a full stop. Even they were never put a pause also, work in progress. They continued learning, knowledge buildings. They are not focused on qualification. They don't want Six Sigma black belt like me. They continued the learning, knowledge building, and they generated ideas. They resisted the premature killers of the ideas and took a stand to protect the ideas. Allowed ideas to be successfully developed through work in progress, and then finally they fine-tuned and come out with the successes, right? They never followed what others are talking, right? So there is a point in this book to pick and choose that what were the speciality of social entrepreneur I must rope in to continue my passion of coming with this type of the startup or a business. Definitely they were asking and asking. They kept open mind, right? And they applied various analogy. This is my standard platform that I'm sharing with you. Work in progress, this is my standard methodology, that what is the problem, who has solved the similar problems, how they solve the problems, and how might I reapply their solution to solve my problems. And I can add other ideas also, right? But they were typical pakka on analogy, right? And that is why social entrepreneurs today very, very popular, which is part of our book also. But this is a very good, important part of the book, process of selecting idea. Me and Dr. Sanjay had, good time on this particular area to write. And I'm sharing with you in this presentation today that process of selecting an idea of a social entrepreneurship. First and foremost, we come to a point through our backup and data research that you must have passion, that I want to do it. You must have a passion, right? And once you are justifying that you have enough passion or more passion, then you select a target group of a beneficiary, right? After selecting the target or a segment, decide about the geographical area, which area you want to start first and invest your time and money. After that, you determine the gaps in existing product or services. Into bracket, I wanted to say what suvidha you are going to give it through your social entrepreneurship project. Then work out how you propose to fill the gap, right? You know the gap, but how you will fill the gap, right? And identify your strength, skills, resources, manpower. All this thing is a part of the social enterprise, right? And decide on your business model. And generally in social entrepreneurship, the business model is first is service and then profit. Sometimes social entrepreneurship initially with a no loss, no profit, or sometimes loss and maybe profit later. And then finally, if you go through this particular, process, you can launch your social entrepreneurship, right? So, and you may combine social purpose with the business when you are talking about business model, right? So this is interesting part of the book. I'm sure it will enlighten you, right? In this book, we have given a brief profile of a social entrepreneurship, like a very interesting guy, Muhammad Yunus, in Bangladesh. He founded a Grameen Bank, which is basically microfinance for poor, and that is mainly for women. The interesting part, the loan repaid on time 97%. Imagine, poor woman in village, net income $10 million, which is good money in Bangladesh, right? They have 2,568 branches and they covered 93% villages of Bangladesh, right? And his work was recognized by award of a Nobel Prize. He delivers the Google session on the new economies of a zero poverty. Very touchy, huh? If you get a time, please read this all details. Second, we mentioned the profile of Wawa. Wawa is basically a coffee woman entrepreneurship in Kenya. Set up a small coffee bar in her town, helping coffee growers to improve the quality, branding, and the market coverage, selling. Wawa Coffee was established to roast and export coffee produced by 30,000 small farmers. Added 18% income to these small farmers, which is a good value enhancement, right? People were exploiting, but this is a good value enhancement, right? And this is also interesting social entrepreneurship case. Please read that if you go through the book. Even Durell is a founder and CEO of a DC Design, a social impact design company for design thinking. Application of a design thinking to solve the world's major problem like criminal justice, foster care systems, refugee camps. I know this is not a problem in India, but other side of the world, these are the problems. And this guy has really put a good social entrepreneurship here, right? And Tony founded Weird Enough Production, a media company. This media company creates stories that inspire positive media images of a black man and other minority groups. This company promote media literacy among the students. So I will tell you, once we were writing the profile and one thing came in center of my eye was service to humanity is the best work in life. I repeat, service to humanity is the best work in life. Sometimes is a bottom line for a social entrepreneur, right? And that is why I told you Suvidha. All of you know Amul, right? Some of the important social enterprise in India like Amul, which we have mentioned briefly, that Amul is also a great case and great achievement for our country. Amul, everybody knows, is Indian dairy cooperative based at Anand, Gujarat state. It is the largest food brand of India with a global reach. It is the largest vegetarian cheese, butter, milk, ghee, ice cream, sweets, and it's sold in 40 countries of the world. And still they are expanding. Amul's objective was to spur the white revolution to make India the largest producer of the milk in the world. But again, if you go to the social cause and purpose was to eliminate rural poverty and women empowerment. And they have really done it. They have really done it. And today we are the beneficiary, right? Amul's three-tier cooperative structure is also very interesting once you read the book, right? And I must say that Sri Tribhuvan Das Patel and Dr. V. Kurian were the leaders of this social enterprise. started very small, right? But today it is on a global arena. Many people are following the Amul model of a business, right? It has been, exported to many part of the world to follow the Amul way, and it is helping others also. And there is a plenty of contribution by Amul. Even this in my book, I have mentioned Ladakhi Women's Travel Company. This is founded by Tinlas Coral in 2009 to promote tourism in Ladakh. It is owned and operated by women. Tourists are provided women porters and guides for conducting tours and treks. It is very open, need-based business model for a woman empowerment. I'm telling you, this is really touching me, right? And I'll tell you, when I was writing a book, in my boardroom and corporate reviews, the one topic was woman empowerment. Another topic was diversity. This has really helped me. I think this book has really helped me as a corporate citizen or as a part of corporate boardroom advisory. And I'm sure if any corporate guy here, please read this book. It will give you plenty of idea to dwell and execute through your board review or your management meetings. Another we mentioned was SKS Microfinance. This is founded by Mr. Vikram, and it is a non-banking finance company. It is registered and regulated by RBI. It operates across 19 states of India. Its social mission is to improve social, economic, and environmental sustainability of a small farmer's livelihood and the woman empowerment. It followed a joint liability group model. Loan is given to individual women in a group of 5 women with a joint liability of a group. Thus, the social collateral, has replaced the asset collateral. आप समझ रहे हो ना? Instead of asking the gold or any property, they said that your group is a liability. A group has to take the liability. Wonderful idea, working nicely. There is no problem even today. So traditionally, non-lendable are provided small loans on the basis of the group guarantee. Sustained livelihood has been provided to millions of women belonging to small farmer families, right? And there is hardly any, non-payment of the loan. Wonderful social entrepreneurship. It's for a great cause. Seva, I'm sure all of you online or YouTube, you are aware, very, very famous. It is a self-employed women's association, right? It is by Ila Bhatt, winner of a great award. Everybody knows that. And it's all detail given in the book. And Seva has impacted a life of millions of, poor women, right? And they are today self-employed. We have explained the reasons for popularity of a social entrepreneurship, which I'll not talk too much, but once you read the book, I'm sure you will get a lot of depth over here. We mentioned with our, research review, secondary data, interview, and we pick and choose the 6 characteristics of a social entrepreneur. And these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 1, they work as a change agent. They were willing to share their own credit, right? Not me, but that we. They were the person of a firm determination, right? They believe in equality. And they render selfless service and they acted as a role model. So all this, the research, data review, everything, we try to put it as the characteristics of a social entrepreneur. One point I want to connect with this characteristics or a special part of a social entrepreneur, they explored the possibility thinking, right? They never judge, they apply thoughts, thinking, possibility thinking. And that's why this Carl is very famous to me. Thinking is difficult. That's why people, most of the people judge. But social entrepreneur were part of the thinking process and especially the possibility thinking. Even moving further on these characteristics, I wanted to add this picture. They were forward thinker, right? They used their imagination power because there was no data when the Amul was evolving, right? There was no data, but their number 1 superpower for a success was imagination. And today I will tell you, if I have to give you a weightage from knowledge and imagination, my first weightage is to imagination, not knowledge. Knowledge comes next. So they were forward thinker, reimagining the future. And that was their key success factor. So I'm sure if you, take this book in the hand and start, reading, it's 188 pages, not big book, right? Lot of executable learnings. And I'm sure once you start reading, you will start conceiving. Maybe a lot of believing system will start with the people's stories and their failures and then how they bounce back. So you will be conceiving, you start believing something, you will start, executing something. And I'm sure this book may, add up to your roadmap if you have a passion for a social entrepreneurship, or you're a part of corporate journey. It will help you in terms of responsible business, CSR. Very useful book, right? Even if you want to ask me to add a final point on the social entrepreneurship, I want to add further wisdom that what me and Dr. Sanjay Bhai learned together while writing the book as a final point. This is number one: importance of having passion in life, having dreams, work toward fulfilling them, self-affirmation. Like all these champions, social entrepreneurs, they were having a strong belief system. I can do it. I have done it, right? It is possible. They were having a strong self-affirmations, and I think they were positive. Not corona positive, to be honest. They were very positive, right? So this is what me and Sanjay Bhai would like to tell you. And very important point, this is addition to the book, Talk the Walk. Talk the Walk is highly viral because people will see you doing something and then they will hear about philosophy or rationale behind it. The gone are the days for walk the talk, but today talk the walk. And talk the walk is seeing the behavior is the first step to successful imitation. So start with the action, follow up with the words, and it doesn't get more disruptive than that, right? And I want to tell you that all of us have a power to change anything because we are the one who chooses our thoughts and we are the one who feels our feelings, right? So everything possible, that's our strong belief system. Talk the walk. And here I just end the presentation with a big thank you note to all of you, even Padmin Bhai, Nair sir, Radhika, everybody, AMA Governing Council. And one small note, too many people want the reward of world class without doing the work required for a world class. Let's not be in this category. Read this book, it will give you the power. And stand strong, remain of a good courage with love and respect by me and Dr. Sanjay Bhai, right? So here I just end my PPT, right? And I am open for question answer, right?
Well said, Dr. Paresh Bhai. Very nice.
So welcome questions and I will keep my chat box open. So Divya, thank you. You are here. A lot of my students are here, right? And Atul Bhai Parikh, thank you. Divya, thank you again. Omkar, thank you. Parminder Singh, thank you so much. Kanchan Bhai, your thank you note, glad to be part of the book
Mr.
launch.
Joginder, please unmute yourself and ask the question.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Dr. Joginder, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, have you mentioned in your book about this Dabbawala, which is there in the Mumbai, and they are doing a social entrepreneurship since 1902, or and we have heard them on the many platforms like Project Management Institute, and in the Corona period, that is a real, I think, social entrepreneurship, but it has not started in the other cities. So only, but in Mumbai, they are making very less profit. They are working on, say, 8,000, 10,000 salary, and they are doing very hard. So I think that is one of the examples of the social entrepreneurships.
Dr. Joginder, I appreciate you. But my honesty, me and Sanjay Bhai has not included Dabbawala, but there are a lot of other, because there is a long list. If you ask me, if you start reading on the social entrepreneurship, there are plenty of people has contributed, right? But Dabbawala is really, if you ask me, I'm touched by their services. And even I, being a part of Mumbai for many years, I know their service is unmatched, right? But due to Corona, yes, because people are not going to office, right? So I fully agree with you, Dr. Joginder.
Karya sir,
Yeah,
I would like to share something.
please, Sanjay Bhai, please.
Yeah, good evening to everybody. My best friend, Dr. Paresh Nair sir, and all other officials and employees of the AMA, and my dear students, and those who have joined this book release program on Zoom or YouTube. First of all, I would like to say, okay, when we have published the earlier book, Doctoral Research, then Paresh Bhai was telling me, Sanjay Bhai, now we have to do something new. So at that time, we were thinking about of that. And first off, I would like to say, okay, when I was the student, Paresh was also student, but we were in different field. I was in commerce, he was in engineering, but we were friends. And then I would like to say that Saurashtra University MBA program, when it was started in 1996, at that time, the Paresh Bhai was the founder visiting faculty of my department. So it is a very, I can say, a very good correlations at the each and every stage of my life, being a friend, students, then being a researcher. When he started research, he asked me, Sanjay Bhai, I want to do with you. I said, I can help you at other place. And he did a very good research from Pune University. And each and every place we have been worked together. And this idea come up in my department. Our senior faculty member was Professor N.M. Khandelwal. He is a very good teacher. So I talked with him, sir, we want to do something, write something new. So then he given several thoughts and ideas, and then he has also identified these are the new emerging areas. So then we discuss with the Paresh and we have identified the area from beginning to the various case studies, and rightly mentioned by this one of the person, Joginder ji, Dabbawala. Dabbawala is very much famous in India. In all the B schools, that case has been taught at the different levels. So it's also a big example, but we had tried to incorporate those cases that was not in a limelight. So we have been added that part, but we did not add this part. And it presently, Government of India has introduced the National Education Policy. So in that education policy, there is a one focus is about of teaching learning should be in a different way. Presently, we are using like only theory classes, and so how to put a subject from where student can get something, we can new idea, innovations, startup, stand up, and there is a one very good word, experiential learning. So considering this aspect is that was in my mind, and that has been we have tried to focus it, and we have been tried to put very briefly theory part and incorporate with several cases so readers can be benefited. So that was our idea, and we had been worked a lot, one draft, two draft, addition, deletion, and so many things done several times. And finally that book come up, and I also thanks to our publisher, Shanti Prakashan. So they had been given a very good touch design of the book. So this is our humble efforts to put some ideas before the audience. So I thank you to AMA for providing such a good platform to launch this book. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank
Sanjay.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Sanjay Bhai. Even I would like to add, Dr. Khandelwal, I think a lot of credit goes to him for this book. I think he was the true inspiration for me and Sanjay Bhai. If you ask me, Dr. N.M. Khandelwal is an ocean, a lot of knowledge. Sir, we really, big thank you to you. And we really remember plenty of inputs you have given to us, right? Even today, I'm thankful to many. I think Mr. Nagarajan is on the line. He's a ex-MD of my company, Supriya India. So Nagarajan from Chennai, Urvasi, a lot of people, I think, well-wisher has joined for release. I'm really delighted.
Paresh bhai, I think there is a question from Ms. Divya
Okay.
in the chat box.
Okay.
And Mr. Atul Parekh, Atul bhai, do you want to ask a question?
Oh, okay. So first,
Okay, anyway. Yeah.
Divya's question. Divya has written, when we think about social cause, we want to help, but sometimes message does not reflect how to make people aware about this, especially. Divya, thank you. Village side. Oh, so that is what I told you when I was making presentation, that when you enter into this passion or a journey, right, you have to face many hurdles. If you ask me, you take a birth in a conservative family, no money, even somebody wants to help them, there is a understanding gap. So I agree with you, but again, you have to follow the roadmap, you have to follow your passion, and we give the process also, right? So this is what is our thought in the book. But thank you, Divya, for the question. Any other question, Atul?
Yes, may I ask, please?
Please.
First of all, heartiest compliments to Dr. Bayani and Paresh, by both of you. I did not realize once we introduced the book that it's such a broad and wide spectrum of the dimensions that you have covered in this book in social entrepreneurs. It's very amazing effort. I'm little inquisitive about the title of the book, okay, Barbarism to Society. So how you got to know would like to justify barbarism. Secondly, I would like to add one or 2 points in case of white revolution of Dr. Kurian. I would say that here lies the social banking concept of the nationalization by Indira Gandhi in 1980s, that in Kerala district as a whole, Anand and Nadia, all banks were supposed to give advance against the buffaloes to those farmers who have either 1 buffalo, buy 2 of them. If there is no buffalo, give them 1 buffalo as a loan. Give the insurance of these buffaloes. Okay, in case buffalo dies, and they are not at a loss. And these advances were given at the rate of 4% per annum, subsidized advances, DRI, differential rate of interest, when the running rate of interest was 15-16% and running inflation was there. So that whole idea has muted. The social banking concept also has an equal footing in social entrepreneurships. SKS Micro, one story bit controversial. When the issue came, it was on a commercial concept with a 36% of rate of interest on a lending. At that time itself, this ideology was more of a commercial term, some NRI promoters, and I was a bit skeptical and doubtful. And sometime if some parliamentary raised the question, there is a private money lender charging 36%, and RBI also came out with a whip, and also there was a controversy in the Andhra Pradesh that no microfinance borrower will repay to this. This kind of winds was there against. But then yes, they are the basic concept. Now we have a Bandhan Bank also into SAFE, which was into the microfinance, and there are many others. But I must compliment you for a wonderful concept of the social entrepreneurships is rarely found in the market. And I'm sure we will get more dimensions once we browse through these books. My question is on the title of the book, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Atul bhai, big thank you. I think it's our honor. You mentioned a lot of good input to all of us. It's really a great honor. And coming to the title, I think me and Sanjay bhai, but credit I was giving to Sanjay bhai, right? Because we started reading from barbarism, right? We started reading from a scratch, that how things evolved in the this particular journey. And then while reading, we came to a thought process. That is what I told you in the presentation, the journey of mankind from barbarism, and we read feudalism to capitalism, and then came to a thought process. Let us take this title, barbarism to social entrepreneurship. Even I request Sanjay bhai, you want to add anything on this particular response?
So that was our thinking that has been rightly mentioned by the Paresh ji. Okay, when we gone through the various literature. So that was beginning, and now where we are. So we want to link both these things. So we have choose that title, and even we had a very good, I can say, discussion with Khandelwal sir. He also agreed and said, "Okay, please go with this title." So that was our, when we come to the agreement, at that time we have discussed, and then finally we come to that agreement. Okay, that should be the title.
Yes,
Okay, I think
the family concept in the old belief where the man-made society is there, where in the family also there is a social barbarism. The male dominates and atrocious to the women. Barbarism starts from the root of it. But then anyway, thank you very much for your.
Okay, thank you, Atul Bhai. Atul Bhai is a very senior and experienced banker, and thanks Atul Bhai for putting on your inputs. Very welcome, and thank all the participants. So I think I must I have a present again duty to perform. Time is less, so we are not able to entertain more questions. But the questions are most welcome to be directed to the authors directly or through AMA. Dr. Sanjay and Dr. Paresh Bhai, thank you once again, both of you. And a very good occasion, a very important occasion of a different kind of book release, e-book, what we call for the time being, but it is available at Ahmedabad Management Association in this media outlet. People are most welcome to visit and go to the book and go and take into your library. And it will be a very good addition to your library, I'm sure. So thank you both of the authors for coming over and explaining what is the book. It was an excellent presentation and insight, Dr. Paresh Bhai, I must say. And Dr. Sanjay Bhai also, you also gave some very good input. Participants, thank you so much for joining this important event and also asking questions. And all the participants who are also on the YouTube, I must thank you all on behalf of the Ahmedabad Management Association and my personal behalf and also the authors. And thank you, Mr. Nair, Radhika, and the entire team. Now, we have, as Paresh Bhai said, we have been part of the AMA since so long. So while we feel part of the AMA always, we also learn from AMA. Okay, so at a very good occasion, thank you one and all. And keep on joining AMA's events, whether offline or online. Okay, Radhika, final word, as always, is yours.
Thank you, sir. Nair sir is also telling thank you to you, to all of you.
Yeah, please, Nair, Mr. Nair, please.
Very nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Nair sir, big thank you.
But we will change it to social, the barbarism will change. The program.
Bye-bye kar do.
We are going to launch a program also.
Yeah. Done. It will be a very good program, I'm sure. Social entrepreneurs, you are right, Mr. Nair.
Yeah,
Correct.
thank you.
We'll do that. No, thanks. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Radhika.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I'll end the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Khandelwal.
Hearty congratulations.
Thank you, sir, for your very good input and inspiration during the entire book work.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Urvashi, I noted.
Yeah, sir.
Okay,
to see you.
thank you, everyone. Yeah.
Okay, Radhika, you can.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye.
everybody.
Take care.
Okay,
Stay
take
safe.
care. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.